Welcome friends, welcome back to Sunday morning and another one of our old cookbook shows. Today we're going to do another recipe out of the Five Roses cookbook put out by the Lake of the Woods Milling Company. And we're going to try something today called pepper cake. It uses black pepper as one of the flavorings, something you don't often see in cakes. So we're going to start out with creaming the butter. So put the butter into the stand mixer and start softening that up. Okay, while the butter is softening, I'll deal with the dry ingredients. So I have flour, baking soda, cinnamon, black pepper, and nutmeg. And we'll just give that a bit of a stir. Okay, the butter has softened up nicely. So next in is some white sugar. And we'll cream that in. And at the same time, it also calls for baking syrup. Baking syrup isn't something that you see in a lot of mainline grocery stores in Canada anymore. It's essentially refiner's syrup. So if you can get baking syrup or refiner's syrup, go ahead and use that. I think Lyle's Golden Syrup from the UK is refiner's syrup. If you're in North America and you can't get it, corn syrup works. And so we just pour that in. And next in are 2 eggs, one at a time. You put 1 egg in and you make sure it blends in fully before you put in the second. Now, a lot of people ask me this question, why? Why do I do that? Why can't I just put all the eggs in at once? And I don't know that it's critical. I think you probably could put all the eggs in at once, but what I've found is that if you put 1 egg in, let it mix in fully, and then put the second one in, they are going to mix into the batter better than if you put them in all at once. Sometimes it just doesn't mix in correctly. But it's up to you. If you find that the other way works, go right ahead. In the end, it doesn't take long for the first one to mix in anyway, so there's not a huge time savings by putting them all in at once. Okay, next in is a ½ cup of sour cream. It's about right. Maybe a bit more. Okay, now I just turn the mixer down to low and I spoon in the flour mixture. A little bit at a time. Don't overload the mixing bowl. Okay, last addition are some raisins. So I'm going to pop those in and just stir them in. It's a really nice cake batter. Really nice and light and fluffy. Okay, so the only instruction for this cake is to bake for 40 minutes. It doesn't say the temperature or the size of the pan. So I've got a 9x9 with a sling in it just so that the cake will come out easily. And we'll transfer this in. The oven is preheated to 350. Okay. Smooth the top just a little bit. Into the oven.
Hey Glenn. Hey friends.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you what this one is.
Well, it smells cinnamony.
There is spice.
There's spice.
There is
Is cinnamon
spice.
one of them? Because I never get it right. I always say things like, oh, it smells like this. And you're like, oh, there's none of that in it.
Yes, there
Seems
is
to be the
there is
trend.
cinnamon in it.
Okay. I see raisins.
Yes.
Very brown, so that has a lot of brown sugar and molasses, perhaps? It was a pretty standard kind of spicy cake.
Mm-hmm.
We've got...
So it has baking syrup in it, which is just a refiner's syrup, a darker refiner's syrup. It's an invert sugar.
Okay. It's got a bit of a bite to it, though. Like after you've eaten it.
Mm-hmm. So my initial has black pepper in it. So my initial taste was, oh, I can't taste the pepper. But after I've chewed it, it's been
then
my
it shows up. It's like
yeah.
this, and it's not necessarily peppery, but you know how pepper kind of adds that to something.
Yeah. Like it's a little bit of heat. It's not hot. It's not peppery.
Yeah, it's not like someone put hot sauce in it.
No, it's just a little bit of heat after you've eaten it.
Interesting.
Kinda like, wow, there's some spice in this
I
cake.
wonder What inspired someone to put pepper in it? I have no idea. Do you know of any other recipes that have pepper in it like this? I'm curious.
I mean, spices and cakes makes sense.
Yes, and we eat a lot of cake.
And pepper is a spice, so it makes sense to have pepper in a spice cake. But I've never had it,
Nope.
and I've never seen another cake with it in it. And I'm sure, though, that it is part of someone's culture that it has made it into this book.
I mean,
obviously.
it tastes great. I'm in.
This is a pretty good cake. I like that.
You could probably put like a light cream cheese icing on it.
Yeah, that would work really well.
That would really.
Yeah. Okay, so don't fear putting pepper in a sweet cake. It actually works really nicely. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon. Take care.